Hello, this is Spellbinder's Report, and I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you something it's real serious, and real serious in life, that everyone should know about, and that's the game. I've realized how these mothers that rule the planet, these mother F's that are out there, how they rule the planet is the game. They play games. The whole life on this planet is based on games. Except in the third world primitive countries that don't play games. They have games, but they don't take it to this level. What we have here is a bunch of highly intelligent, picked out through generations of people to play a game. It's a big game. Like I said, I called it the risk game. And it can be called a monopoly game if you want to relate it to the financial world. But it's all the same thing. We're in the game. And it's a big game that they're playing. They're playing games on multiple levels, and we're the dupes because though we may be playing a game of our own, they're playing games within our game. This is pretty fantastic revelation to me because I know, and I've always known, that this is like a chessboard. They even, or I should say, there is even a book called The Grand Chess Game. And it's about world domination. And I like to use risk game, because Risk is a board game where you have five or six people who take countries, and you divvy up the countries in the beginning of the game, and you start playing. Well, you play to take each other's countries and whatnot until the last person wins. Total domination. Well, I feel these elitists, these supreme creatures as they wish to be recognized as in their thinking and all, are playing this very game on the planet Earth, and every man, woman, and child is in this game. We're all pawns on their board to be moved and destroyed. Wars are the same thing, and Risk, that's what it basically is. You build armies, and you attack other countries, and you take over, and you take their mineral wealth, and you build more armies, and you keep moving on until the last person wins. It's almost like the show Highlander, where there can only be one. And, well, this is how they're doing it. And it's all game. It's all game on the grand board. And they're thinking that I don't know what they're thinking. They worship Lucifer as far as I'm concerned, because they have the Bohemian Grove, and they got groves in Europe. And there was even a counselor, actually I have an ambassador, who actually said that our groves in Germany, or was it Germany or Austria, are not as good as the ones in America and Northern California. But that's aside the point. These people, even if you don't believe in occultism and magic and all that nonsense out there, they do. And they do use it. And what it is, in true sense, is psychological warfare on your mind. Magic is exactly that. They convince you to believe in whatever they want you to believe, and then they have power over you. Voodoo is a perfect example. The voodoo priest, all he has to do with the primitive mind of the people around him who fear superstition and everything, all he has to do is put the word in their mind. I mean, casting you to die on a certain date, and you will and shall die. And sure enough, at that date closes in, their body gets more up, their nervous system gets all whacked out, and then suddenly they have a heart attack or something and drop dead. It's as simple as that. They believed it, and they accepted their doom. This is the type of stuff I'm talking about here with the New World Order. These people have been manipulating you through TV, video, and movies constantly, giving you their perception of what reality is. Do you really know what reality is? If you really want to know what reality is, go back 70, 80 years in the past and start researching on how lifestyles and the way people lived and everything back then. It's primitive, yes, but it was before the technological advancements. Now imagine if you could have the technological advancements and live like they did back then. In other words, you live a simple life, you grow your own food, you have your own farm, and you basically live and enjoy life. You don't have the hustle and bustle of running around and doing all these things that they've got you into, especially government jobs. They're just created to help them advance this perception that you are slaves and they are the masters. Monarchy, anarchy, anarchy is coming. Anarchy is coming because of all this nonsense that these occultists have thrown upon us over the last 1,000 years. It was longer than that, but after about 1,000 years ago, they started getting to figure out how to actually pull this off. And they started writing documents. See, writing came in. And so they were able to put their thought to paper and then leave it for later generations brought up into the same ideology that they had. And then they were supposed to advance on the same ideology. And then the next would advance on their ideology. And they would continue on until what we got today is complete control through an octopus type system that wraps around the world and encases it. I kind of like the word the Matrix, even though that's kind of corny in its own way because of the movies. But doesn't those movies kind of make sense to, especially the first movie of the Matrix that you're inside of? You're nothing but a battery to these elitists. You're something to get them more. Get more out of everything. See, this is the type of thing I've been researching for years. I've been doing this research and deeply going back into history and studying what these people are really trying to do to us. And you know what it is? To dominate and destroy. They don't get no pleasure out of anything else. They have it all. These elitists have everything. The only things left is control, domination, and destruction. That's the only thing they got left. They don't like creation. Oh my God. They see a family in a restaurant. These psychopaths see a family in a restaurant enjoying themselves and having fun with their children, and their children love, and you can see the love in the children to their parents. They hate this. They hate it all. Yes, I guess it's a disorder. Psychopath. But they're psychotic in some ways. Some of them are psychotic. There's different levels of this. There's a perfect video, which I'll leave a link at the bottom if I come across it again. I'll put it in there. It may not be on when I initially launch this tonight, but I'll have it on there. Just check back and look in the description. But we're living in an end time as far as that. And that's the true end time. End of our freedoms. End of our personal privacies. End of everything that you thought you knew that we're supposed to be. These people are bringing it to an end. Because Agenda 21. They're poisoning us through our food. They're putting GMO in there. Just do your research. GMO is poisonous. It kills the animals, causes kidney failure, causes liver cancer. It causes all types of dysfunctions to the human system, probably too, in enough dose. They're testing this on rats. How small they are, and they feed them day after day, and their metabolism's faster, so they absorb this and do everything through their systems faster, and then they die within a week or so. Imagine what they're doing to you with cereals and everything else, putting aspartame, putting everything and everywhere, fluoride in the water. What a deadly poison neurotoxin they could ever come up with. The Nazis used it in World War II in the death camps to dorsal the inmates. I am coming to you tonight just to tell you this, because I have no one else to tell this to. This goes through my mind in an off and on way, and when it comes up where I'm able to fluently tell you what's going on, I like to record it. I even do a hand recorder every once in a while to catch my thoughts, because I've had great thoughts before and they slip my mind later on, that is. I've always wanted to inform and educate people. I'd like to be a teacher, actually, but I can't accept it. The teachers' unions and other things that you have to go through and teach children to be homosexuals and anything else they can come up with that's degrading to our society. Should I say Zionists run this? Yes, the Zionists are running this. If you want to know who the Satanists really are, they're actually basically Zionists. They are Zionic into their Satanist beliefs. And it's not Jews only. And they're not true Jews because they don't follow the Jewish religion. They're just Jews by blood, just like Satanists are Christians by blood, just like Muslim occultists or Zoroastrian are occultists at blood. No, they're only at the race level. All these ideologies come together under a single banner, and it's all races that have these elitists. It's not just one race, it's not just another race, it's all races have elitists. Man, and it's just a few. I believe there's only 2,000 people running this world, with the council of 300 down to the council of 13 down to the council of 3. But that's another story, another time. I think I'm going to begin to end this conversation for now. I've rambled on through several subjects very slowly. I changed the subject, but you get me in a conversation, I can go through 5-6 subjects in 5 minutes and cover them enough that it would give you like a really? And yes, but I've stretched these out. I don't know what else to say to you. Beware, be ready, be prepared. For what's coming in the next couple of months is going to be phenomenal beyond your belief. There's going to be things done in governments around the world that's just going to blow your mind. It may even lead to World War III. It may lead to a revolution in America. We'll stand up for once and shut the evil government down that believes in worshiping Satanism and things. It's not all of them, just a few. Until next time, this is Spellbinder saying, be good. Be good at it. Prepare, and prepare.